You have probably already found yourself in a situation where your mind is literally full of emotion. More or less often, but I think most of us do, especially when we only begin the self-improvement, or are not on the self-improvement especially. You've probably found yourself in a moment where, if you imagine that your mind is like, I don't know, a bottle or a jar of water, and the water are your thoughts, that water is overflowing the bottle. It's too much of it for you to be able to focus on anything of those, pay attention to any of happenings around you, and make good decisions about any of those thoughts. It's more or less often among us. So there are things you can do to clear your mind, and I think that one of the simplest, quick solutions, so they are for the moment of you having your mind full of emotion, is materializing what you are thinking about, materializing your thoughts. I've heard a great analogy that when you have your thoughts here in your mind, they are like in a RAM memory of the PC, random access memory. So they are now and they are somewhere, they are happening. After you materialize your thoughts, they are saved to a hard drive or SSD, so they don't have to occupy the place for current thoughts. What do I mean by materializing thoughts? There are a couple of ways. The easiest, not that effective, but the easiest, is telling them out loud, speaking. Because here your thoughts are tangled, fully tangled. You can't think clearly about what you even have there. After you tell it out loud, you have it in your memory that you told it out loud, so it's like set in one way. And then you are thinking, your mind is thinking subconsciously whether or not what you have said is correct. If it's not, you have a certain thought that, hey, that's not the right thing, it looks something else, and in a couple of moments you are able to clear the trajectory of your mind. Having said some things and thinking about them, not thinking about everything that this is in your mind, will untangle your thoughts, because you will have it materialized and it will be like in a clear, stable way. Even more stable way is writing your thoughts down. You can do it on a sheet of paper, in a notepad, or in Google Documents or PC Documents or Word or something like that, anything. Then you will be able to see those words, so another sense will be working for you, your eyes, which are way stronger than your ears. I think that 70% of receptors all of our senses have are here and here in our eyes. So when you see what you have written and it's exactly what you have thought, or not exactly, it's something what you have thought in the moment of writing, you come to conclusions about what you have written, so what was your thought at the moment, and your mind is able to adjust its thoughts about that. So with some short thinking process, you are able to untangle your mind and make a clear sentence out of your thoughts. So after you materialize it, especially write it down, you are able to clear when you imagine your earphones, those cabled ones, I don't know whether or not you use them, but you will probably know what I'm talking about. When you put them in your pocket and take out of it after, I don't know, half an hour. It's like, it looks like a ball of wires. After you materialize it, after you spend time on thinking about it and saving some of those thoughts, not letting them disappear in your mind, they get almost fully untangled. Those earphones are your thoughts. They get almost fully untangled by this way. And if you write them down, it is also good in another way, because after some time you may come back to what you have literally been thinking about certain things. So you can see, for example, your progress about certain things. You could be, for example, having your mind full of fitness ideas at the beginning of your fitness journey. So you write down that, okay, I need to eat pretty much of protein, I should care about my macronutrients, and something like that you hear at the very beginning. And with time, you learn about other micronutrients, you learn about health more, you learn about testosterone and estrogen, you learn about processed and unprocessed foods, you learn all those things. You make your new way of thinking about fitness, and you spend some time progressing in this way. Then you come back to what you were thinking, and you are able to see how much progress you've done in the process of thinking by itself about the thing. You're able to see that you've done some mistakes, but you've managed to get rid of them with time, which is great. That's about what improvement and self-improvement is about. You find bad things, bad habits and mistakes you have in your life, and you get rid of them. And in this way you will be able to make more positive emotion about it, because it will be materialized and saved somewhere. So yeah, if you have a total mess in your mind, I think the greatest thing you can do right now to clear it is to write down or even speak out loud what you are thinking about. With that tip about helping yourself in hard moments, go make your way to a better future.